Hi you guys, this is Jeremiah. Um, let me get my paper. Okay, so I came across um this witchy tag, and I've written the question down in one of my mini notebooks. Here we go. So I guess that's what we're doing today, a witchy tag. It's 7 questions. Um, I have completely forgotten who started it and where I seen it from. But if I remember, I will put it in the description box below. Um, okay, so the first one was, what is your biggest disaster spell wise? Um, I've never had a spell backfire, but I have had like a couple of mishaps where something caught on fire or something like that. My biggest one was I did the ultimate no-no and left the candle going. And it was on top of uh, what you call those plastic um, drawer sets. They're like containers, little dressers. That's what they look like, but they're plastic. So I had all my craft things in those, and I had uh, put a tea light candle on top of it. Yeah, big no-no. Wasn't thinking. So when I did this, I went to the store. Came back, it was on fire. And I think it had just lit on fire because it was not that bad, but it still was on fire. So it melted the back of the first drawer and it caught the wall. It didn't do it um, too badly, so it's like a little patch maybe this size on the wall that needs to be redid because of that. So it's not that bad, but still, fire's a fire. And then I've never had anything crack or explode on me, thank goodness, because I probably have a heart attack. So, but as far as spells backfiring, um, because I don't consider, if a spell quote unquote backfire, I don't consider that as a backfire. I consider it as something I need to tweak. So yeah. Alright, so the second question is something you wish someone would have told you as a newbie. Now, I wish someone would have told me that your god and goddess will contact you. They will talk to you. You don't have to wait for, you don't have to go out and look for them. They will come to you. And I also wish that people would have told me how to use my energy as my first tool, because when I first came out 5 years ago and started my path, a lot of people were showing off their tools and things, and yes, they would say that you didn't need them, but it was all I was seeing. I didn't see any, especially when you grow up in a town like I did, a small ass town. You don't really have. I think I was the only witch in that damn town. Point blank period. That's the sad story. So it's like you don't really have people to show you what to do if you don't have any tools. And you can forget about botanicas, any of that. No. Walmart was my botanica. There you go. That was my botanica. But so witchy stores and all that stuff, I've actually never went to a real witchy store until this year. No, last year. So yeah, that's how that goes. So I just wish somebody would have let me know how to use my own and harness my own energy besides using tools. Alright, so number 3. My biggest witchy pet peeve. Where do I freaking start? I have like 10 of them. Okay. Alright, I would say that my first one actually is when people say, oh, you can do this and this and this and this, and you feel like they haven't researched that. And I'm like, you can't be telling people to do that. And like when people tell them that they can use spirit boards and they can use Ouija boards, that's fine and dandy, but I would appreciate it if you would tell them how to protect themselves when you do that. Like, you can't just hand out random information and not the coexisting information that goes along with it. You can't. Well, I'm saying you can, okay? You can. I'm not gonna say you can't, but you can. You can, but there's gonna be consequences to your actions. So I just wish when people give out information that they would give out the coexisting information as well. So unless that's a ploy to get them fucked up and you have to get paid money to clean their house. So yeah, I know some people like that, but yeah. Alright, so number 4, when you first figured out that you were different, or you knew the witchy path was for you. Okay, so I would say I knew I was different, not necessarily witchy, but different when I was like maybe 7 or 8, because I was told by the pastor. Sorry, gotta get some green smoothie. Okay, so I as a child grew up Baptist, Southern Baptist. If you know what that means, kudos to you. So I grew up Southern Baptist, and I was told that I was going to be a prophet. So my godmother at the time, who is a prophet and still is to this day, she took me under her wing, and I learned a lot of different things as far as being a prophet is concerned. But here's the thing that made me different, is that I questioned the stories in the Bible. I questioned the theory of Jesus. I questioned the theory of Christianity, and they did not like that. Yeah. Because I asked, there was one question that I vaguely remember asking, was that if God shows us everything, how to do everything in the Bible, why didn't he show us how to be married? Why didn't he show us how to have a family? Where's that piece that is missing in his life? And I even said that Mary Magdalene was his wife, and yeah, a lot of people didn't like that. So fast forward to 2010, I had just recently had a miscarriage, and the one thing that I wanted most in life, God teased me with and took it away. It was just a hard time for me, and I was questioning my spirituality. I was questioning everything. I'm like, I don't even like this I don't even like this path, so why am I on it? Like, it took something that drastic to make me realize that I was being set up for failure, spiritually wise. Because I would feel it, but I wouldn't want to be pushed past that point. So this just pushed me past that point, and I started to look up new religions. And I looked up, to be spiteful, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, to be spiteful towards God, because I was very pissed with him at this point. So to be spiteful towards him, I looked up everything opposite of what he is. So I was like, Satan religions, devil religions, blah blah blah. It was stupid, I know, but shoot, okay, whatever. So that didn't pan out no research because the one that popped up was Satanism, and I went by that line. So so what I did was I was sitting in the living room and I had the window open and there was a beautiful, beautiful tree outside. I don't even know what it was, but that was actually my favorite tree to do magic under. And I was like, I was like nature, so nature-based religions. So I looked up and I found Wicca, and from then on I moved from Wicca to folk magic to hoodooism, and now where I'm at is in between. So eclectic. There you go. Alright. So, number 5. Best witchy books. Now here's the thing about me and witchy books. I don't read fiction witchy books. I read non-fiction. So reference books. I don't really have a favorite. But here's one of the ones that I did start out with. And it is The Book of Witchery by Ellen Duggan. And I started out with this book, and it is very informational on the days of the week in their correspondence. So you can pick that up. I actually have another book by her as well. I don't really, like I said, I don't really have too many witch books, but that is going to change because I'm in the process of getting my witchy book wish list up together and trying to form my library more. Okay, so number 6, best witchy TV series or movie / movie. Okay, so I have 2 witchy TV series that well, 3. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, 3. So there's Coven, American Horror Story, the Good Witch series, and the Witches of East End. Even though they cancel my show, they tripping. But still, I like those 3. And then the movies are The Craft, Practical Magic. Even though it's not witchy, I still like it. It's Matilda, because she does have powers. So even though it's not witchy, it's magical in its sense. And then the last question, number 7, is, have you ever doubted your craft? I'm human, ain't I? Like, all the fucking time. Like, because, here's the thing. Because of how I grew up, I don't believe in many things. And I have to see it done in my face before I freaking, like, put it together. Because I'm like, nah, it's not gonna work. Yeah, so I have to do it by trial and error. So immediately, sometimes almost immediately, because I'm not gonna say straight immediately, but I would do a spell and I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have did it that way, I should have did it this way. I second guess myself. And I consider second guessing yourself as doubting yourself, because you don't want to go with that first instinct, because it's I feel like it's a part of the making sure that you're safe. So that's why you second guess yourself. But I'm starting to try to not do that as much. It's hard. Affirmations work for me. When doubting myself, but I've tried to not get in that mind frame when I'm working on my magical thing. Sorry, I have like raspberry seeds in my teeth. But yeah, so I try not to think of things like that, because I want to be able to do it blindly, so to speak. And it's funny because it's like Christianity, the branch I was in. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm telling y'all this from the bottom of my heart. The branch I was in, and I'm sorry if you are Christian, this has nothing to do with you. It's just the branch that I was in was a bunch of sheeple. And what I say by that is they take the word for what it is and go against it in the slightest bit, you pretty much committed blasphemy. For example, when I was little, my mother took it upon herself to listen to the pastor at that time, and we couldn't wear pants because in her mind she has read the Bible, and it said in Deuteronomy, I still know the scripture. See, this is bad. Okay, Deuteronomy 22:5. Bam, there you go. You know, a woman shall not wear anything pertaining to a man, and if she does, it is considered abomination, and vice versa if a man wears anything pertaining to a woman. But here's the thing that she left out and excluded from my mother, didn't let my mother know, was that what that scripture means is when they're dressing up in women's and men's clothing to worship other gods. That's not God. So if I am wearing pants and still worshiping God, why the I gotta wear a dress? Like, and here's the thing, I don't like wearing dresses that much. You won't see me wear a dress that much. You might see me wear a skirt now and then, but I don't like dresses. So it's they're very sheeple like. They take everything for what it face value, and they don't ask questions. They don't do anything like that. And I think that's what they felt like I was a threat in that aspect, because I didn't wait to ask questions. I just asked them. So here's the thing. Sorry, my head is like unraveling itself. But I try my best to, say for instance, learn about different cultures and different things. But when you can't accept a question and you think that it is just blasphemy to ask a simple question, I think I want to be on path for freedom and make my own way. So yeah. So that was the 7-question tag, witchy tag, with a little bit of rambling. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to take me 20 freaking minutes, or 18 minutes to to make this video, but it did. So I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys soon. I might make another video, so if you see the same shirt, bump y'all know I'm making another video today. So yeah. Alright. Love you guys. See you next time.